Hey yo, I'm gonna be reacting to X-Arm episode 12. I will be watching it from Crunchyroll's website. And I will be starting my reaction in 1-0, go! Alright, just one more and it'll finally be over. Yeah! I'm pumped up for this. Then the suffering will. I mean, that is a sweet scene with Yuga there. I mean, it's not like she had much of a choice, though. I mean, all things considered, though, it wasn't Akira's fault. Oh, yeah, true. I mean, she did lose her. Bro. Oh. Aww. Yo, it's one of the few moments where the character animation doesn't look that bad. It's really like the body language, and she's actually got her hands on Akira's shoulders. How in the world did he survive? That's my biggest question. Excuse me. I actually wouldn't mind listening to this. Yeah, I mean, we saw him get blown up. Well, not directly, but... Oh. I mean, I guess technology in that era is capable of a lot of things. The one thing I worry about is that with Dr. Yeda, if he shows up, will they even have enough time to give off his motivations? Or even some characterization with the low amount of time left in this series? Oh, it's that Sonati looking chick. Alright. I guess that's why they showed off Kaori in multiple bits in separate episodes. Oh boy. Thankfully though, they've got Akira utilizing the org and Alma, so it ain't that bad. Oh shit, they can just blow up the building. Whoa! The explosions look so. I mean, there has been worse looking explosions in X-Arm. At least this episode, when it comes to its visuals, it looks slightly better than the ones in previous episodes. I'll give the credit for that, I guess. Okay, when do they ever have good news? Aww. And right when he was softening up his stance on Akira too. That's a shame. Honestly, I think they killed the chief off way too quickly though. It's like, they develop him as a hard ass. He finally changes his hardline stance. And then when they finally does that, he literally dies like not even like a few seconds after he's shown off again. Kind of feels like the chief was a waste of a character, if you ask me. Now the biggest question is who's doing that? Unless Beta was collaborating with someone else. Bsh. Gotta admit, that joke was pretty fucking solid. Maybe they're hacking inside of his brain. Oh. But at this point, I don't think Akira would care about killing himself. Huh? Okay, in that walk animation when Minami was like, huh? And then she was smiling. She's looking forward to the prospects of Akira dying with the slightly unstable bits of animation sometimes. Which shows off because earlier when they were showing her face was well rendered. Okay, now it's back to somewhat well rendered again. And hell, she ain't wrong about that. Okay, that's where Akira's wrong. He's not a monster, it's more like his weapon as a body. The orc just happens to be a tool that he can utilize to protect other people. Aww. Okay, they look within kiss shot distance there. Aww. Yo, without the there's no way he can fuck it up now. He's gotta live up to those high expectations now. Scott's. What the fuck is happening to her head? Whoa. Wait, so she's an ex-arm user? Whoa, hold the fuck up. Wait, what the fuck? I mean, okay. Of course she would. I mean, she wants to be all over that Akira dick. I think Akira deserves the right to be acting like a badass, so after everything he's been through, he took down Beta. He's utilized Orb to take on strong opponents. Why do I get the feeling that either Alma or Akira could die? Feels like that might end up happening. Who knows though? I like how in the subtitles this my dear's full capabilities, but in the translation, but we hear her naturally say Oni-san. Just an interesting little decision there from Crunchyroll. I actually don't mind this because we get to see Yuga actually gaining a little bit more action. Considering she was one of the characters introduced late in the series. What the fuck was that? Oh no. The animation there looked completely off. Hell, I'd say even like the animation for Code Lyoko from like the year 2000s looks better than this. And Code Lyoko was an animation from France. Hey, at least this time the bullet's actually on the ground. Oh man. This series never ceases to make me laugh with its visuals. You can already feel the edge there. I mean, yeah, at least it's better than him going solo. Okay, that thing looks hand-drawn actually looks pretty damn good. So wait, could it be the remnants of Beta then? Did Beta have some kind of, my guess is maybe he had some kind of like auto activation problem in case he finally died. No, seriously. Kinda looks just like freaking Tsunade from the Naruto series, like with the hair, even like the hairstyle too. Like, I ain't imagining shit. True, it'd only be fair if all the others participated in all the action instead of just Akira, Yuga, and Alma. Oh, to be fair, man. What was the animation? Was that what you to get? No! Oh, no, no, no. Oh. I'm trying to take you seriously, X-Arm. It's your final lap. And then the slow-mo running. Oh, man. You know, this scene with Lisa turning evil would be more interesting if we actually saw her have more build-up from the start of the series. Here, it's just random as fuck with Lisa just being evil out of freaking nowhere. At least if you ask me. Kind of just feels like this scene is kind of an ass pull. Maybe in the manga there's build-up to Elisa going straight up evil and hey, that's nice, but at least in the anime, just feels like it's out of nowhere. Oh, so they're essentially against the clock at this rate. That's going to be a lot more easier said than done, though. So, if it ain't beta, could it be, Oh, okay, now that makes sense. That wouldn't just be beta then. Huh. Okay. Hey, at least now we're getting consequences to the victory of our main protagonist. So at the very least, this conflict isn't coming out of nowhere. Okay, I'll give the series some credit for that. Is it amazing running? Hell no, it isn't. But it's better than absolutely nothing, I guess. Yo! It feels like Alma and Yuke have had that same pose in multiple instances in the episode. Okay, there, when Akira's doing that, it looks like he's flexing a harem. Like, no joke, he looks like one of those characters in harems, like those absolute chat characters that know they have a harem and they just fucking flex with like the badasses they are. Kind of reminds me of that. Jeez. If you can control stuff like that, then Akira is potentially world. No, what did that? No. The problem with those explosions is they're looking like. They're looking like they're explosions in close range when they should be a lot more farther away. Because with the way the explosions look, it looks like they're landing on objects close by to the Earth's atmosphere when the Earth's atmosphere is supposed to be far away. Because you're supposed to get more of a mushroom-like explosion. Wow, they even fuck up the explosions. Kind of a bit immersive breaking. Is she gonna say the disease of revenge or something? Oh, I guess I was wrong. All right. Oh. The thing is, though, Akira, he's got the free will to not utilize those type of abilities to amplify negative human desires, though. Yeah, I love how there Manami is in Runabout way actually batting her for her boy like that. Yes! Says her, though. Oh shit, it looks like it's about to fucking burn the hair of Org. At least by the appearances of things. I mean, at least he's honest. He's not bullshitting the ass some kind of plan. Oh. The thing is, though, his friend's gonna cry if he does that all solo. That's gonna be my gut feeling. That doesn't sound something that you can just casually do without any type of consequences. Whoa. Whoa! Oh my! I mean, of course you'd want to top Alma. I do like the optimism, though, where something that shows that AI, while yes, there's a chance that AI can have negative ramifications towards humanity, is showing Yuga and Alma where they also have the potential of also having positive benefits for humanity, too. Aww. Hope they go out like the heroes they are. Oh. Oh, okay, at least it's nice to hear that she's the one who made it. Yuga and Alma at the very least. Hope it was something strange to experience in a nice roundabout way. I wonder what did the kill off time in that specific hour. I mean, I guess it's best to be on standby then, in situations like this. I actually kind of wish they would show Akira, Yuga, and Alma's mindset as everything was going on, though, instead of just seeing Minami have his weight. Sweet! That's what I was worried about. Akira's gonna probably do all this, but was sacrificing his life. I'm assuming his trump card's gonna be the rest of his life force or his life. Because I don't think Akira's gonna have anything else to offer up at this point. That's a good point. They gotta show out and live up to the expectations. Aww. I mean, it makes sense. He pushed himself to the absolute limits. Okay. Oh, so have a nice EMP effect then. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because if you blow up nukes at high altitudes, it's going to be an MVP and it's going to disable one of potentially electronics or something like that. Okay, well, that is a lot of huge consequences. That means he's going to die. But hey, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, though. Wait. He ain't wrong. Aww. Just means that... The thing is, he wouldn't want that because Manami shouldn't be there. She should be able to live her life. No, she has to go. The sacrifice that those three would have would be in vain. Alma, Akira, and Yuke wouldn't be happy about this. Aww. I mean, that has to at least light up a fire into Minami right there. And then that face as she's slowly waning, like all the expectations that are being placed on her shoulders. Okay, they could have had the rock wall animation, but I think it would have been better not to animate it. Thankfully, though, he ended up becoming a hero, and he's gonna die like a hero. What's those explosions? Oh, I mean, it's like Akira's death was emotional. I gotta admit, Minami's acting though, as she's screaming Akira's name. It's actually a really hauntingly good voice performance there. Just the explosions themselves look derpy as hell though. He definitely did. If his brother was around, he would definitely be proud. Oh, it's over? Alright. As for the episode itself, I thought it was... If I had to rate this Ex-Arm episode on a scale of 1 to 10, there are things I feel about this where I'm mixed. Now, on the good, Akira's sacrifice, even though it was kind of sad, I felt it was necessary because it completed his character arc well. And two, it gave him a good endpoint because, yes, he would have been willing to use his strength to help out people at the end of the day, but having it end off with him sacrificing his life and putting the responsibilities of helping out Himai on Minami's shoulders is a good bit of writing because it gives Minami something to strive for after all the conflict is gone. And simultaneously, you get the conflict between Akira and Beta completely resolved in this episode. Just unfortunately, also ended up in Akira's death, though. And that's what I thought the writing in this episode was good. Now, in saying that, though, there are downsides. It makes me wonder with Elisa, that whole little pull of her showing up out of nowhere with the eye just felt random. I'm like, okay. They never really built it up to be something important. To have her like look seemingly important at the last second kind of felt like it was out of nowhere. Oh, there's going to be an after credits. Hooray? No, that can't be Akira, can it? Yeah, it's probably a different AI. I mean, it's nice to see Minami living a happy life, though. And it's actually nice in its own awe. I mean, it's nice to see Japan prosper again, though, at the end of it all. So, hey, there is some positives. Now, aside from that, something else that I also thought this episode kind of fucked up, too. Even though, yes, there were some positives where it has the message of AIs can be beneficial to humanity, which I do like, because in a lot of animes I've seen, it's like, no, AIs are bad, they cannot be good for humanity. I'm like, okay, I mean, I understand the story message. And usually series execute it well. This one, it executed it decently enough to show off that. Since at this point, Alma had her complete free will instead of Akira, that they used their services to help out the human characters at the end of the day was also nice. So I liked some of the social commentary in the series. At least it made it unique. versus other animes in certain instances. Now, aside from that though, there were some negatives. Like, for example, it just felt like during this episode, like when there was action, they didn't render it well. It looked awkward, especially when you had Yuge and Alma use awkward looking poses. I'm like, come on, animators, do you really have to make them look so awkward? Where it was hard to take things seriously. Then aside from that, there were instances in this episode where there was tragedy happening and sometimes Minami smiled. It didn't happen in every single bit in the episode. And sometimes the visuals, at least by X-Arm standards, it looked better than some other X-Arm episodes in the series. But overall, though, it still doesn't even cut the mustard when you compare it to average anime visually. So overall, the script was decent, but the lack of proper execution kind of ruined it in some places. And if I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, with 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I'll give the episode a 6 out of 10. In the series overall, if I were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 4.75 out of 10, because even though the ending was decently written, they really botched the visual execution, and there was a lot of assholes coming out of nowhere, or these plot points as to like who made Akira and all that stuff. And I'm like, really? Really? So the script kind of fell apart in some places, but it was mostly the visuals that affected it though. If the visuals would have been spot on, then this series would have been a lot more stronger, because it really could have lived and died off of being a roller coaster series. But with what the series had to work with, it couldn't, just had no way of living off of the royal cool elements. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if you come back.